Burst of energy surged through the air as a determined man in black unleashed a powerful attack, igniting the battlefield with intensity. Thrust his fist forward, surrounded by a fierce burst of energy, ready to unleash another devastating attack. Launched a relentless attack toward an unseen opponent, pouring every ounce of determination into the strike. Tense moment weighed heavily on as he contemplated his next move against the formidable before him. He worried about his dwindling stamina and the possibility of retreating for strength. A surge of realization hit as he contemplated the untapped potential of his psychic energy for attacking. A powerful burst of energy filled the air as concentrated, ready to unleash his spiritual abilities. He remembered he was also a rank 3 psychic mentalist. With grim resolve, he focused on condensing his spiritual energy. Channeled spiritual energy, feeling resolute as he prepared for significant action against an unseen target. Energy swirled around a determined man in black as he unleashed a powerful attack against his enemy. Energy crackled in the air as he faced the unseen enemy, frustration mixed with determination in his eyes. He realized that his efforts were still insufficient and shouted about needing maximum power. With a fierce focus, he began to channel his energy, ready for the ultimate attack. Powerful force pressed down on, who struggled against it, frustration evident on his face. He couldn't believe it was still not enough. Struggled against sharp crystalline structures, exclaiming his frustration over not having enough power to overcome the obstacles before him. Struggled against sharp crystalline structures, exclaiming his frustration over not having enough power to overcome the obstacles before him. Fierce determination filled the air as channeled his energy toward the shimmering crystalline formation. He unleashed a powerful attack against the target. A surge of energy radiated from a determined man as he prepared a powerful attack against an unseen enemy. A burst of energy exploded around a determined man, scattering shards as he emerged, focused and ready for the challenge ahead. Intense glow filled the air, drawing the determined TM's attention as an ominous object approached him. Energy swirled around a determined man as he stood resolutely, ready to inherit the will of a heroic figure. He shouted his intent to inherit the will. The menacing character grinned ominously, sharp teeth glinting in the dim light, signaling danger. Energy enveloped a determined man, and he struggled against its overwhelming force, his eyes glowing with fierce resolve. Mysterious force startled the man in black, leaving him on high alert as he faced an unseen threat. Proud man in black was congratulated by an encouraging voice for becoming a martial master, despite the worsening situation around them. A worried girl clung to her father, seeking comfort as uncertainty clouded her thoughts, reassured her that he must remain on the menacing rank 9 monster loomed in the background, sending shivers down his spine. He felt a deep fear despite being a martial master. A fierce purple dragon loomed behind an eager and awe-inspired man in black, who raised his fist in admiration, overwhelmed by excitement. Eager and ambitious man in black raised his fist triumphantly, celebrating his newfound martial art mastery learned from master. Somber chill enveloped as he lay on the ground, contemplating the fragility of life in the face of impending doom. He reflected on humanity's hope, questioning whether he would ever witness the plan's success. He asked for breath, his expression filled with desperation, as he fought against the weight of exhaustion pressing down on him. A cascade of shattered rocks surrounded a thoughtful and introspective man as he reflected on the martial master's extraordinary life. He marveled at the vast memories absorbed during this experience. Mystical martial master sat in contemplation, his glowing eyes reflecting a deep connection to the powerful fist arts he practiced. A surge of energy enveloped a driven and focused martial artist as he shouted about his advancing fist art level. Brilliant light crackled in his hand, signaling the rise of his newfound power. Radiant orb pulsed in his hand, illuminating his confident expression as he to harness its immense power. A shadowy figure loomed ahead as a determined martial artist recalled a significant name that echoed through his memories, heavy with meaning. A celestial figure emerged, glowing with energy, as absorbed the weight of his revelation, revealed that the creator of the stellar body-refying art was he, an incredible person in MC 10,000. Stood confidently, revealing the nickname of his formidable opponent to the cloaked figure, who listened with curiosity. A powerful explosion of light and energy erupted, marking the moment unleashed a devastating attack. Stood amidst holographic martial arts images, deep in thought about Sheng and a powerful martial art he couldn't find in his memories. Swiped through glowing memory images, pondering if something lay buried deeper within his memories. A surge of curiosity filled the air as he reached towards the glowing sphere, drawn by its mysterious allure. A powerful energy blast erupted from his hands, illuminating the surroundings with raw energy. A sense of dread enveloped as he stared into the darkness, contemplating the ominous figure lurking within. He wondered if it was an enemy he had once faced. A martial artist on the brink of mastery felt an unsettling fear begin to creep in, pondered what secrets lay hidden in the shadows before him. Explosion erupted behind a determined and fearless man, illuminating his figure as he stood ready to face the chaos. A fiery explosion erupted, sending debris flying through the air, as unleashed a devastating attack on the environment. A bright beam pierced through the hazy atmosphere, signaling a moment of intense focus, released an intense beam of energy, determined to overcome the challenge ahead. Bright, penetrating light surged forth, catching the attention of a surprised and alarmed man. He reacted intensely, overwhelmed by the brilliance. Golden crows illuminated the sky, their radiant forms reflecting resolute determination as he commanded them with unwavering focus. Chasm spewed lava and glowing light, engulfing the landscape in a fiery cataclysm. The man in black observed the devastation, alarmed by the chaos surrounding him. A fiery explosion erupted, symbolizing the culmination of martial master's lifelong dedication. Was inspired as he witnessed the powerful display. A torrent of flames surged from his outstretched hands, igniting the air with intensity and purpose. He explained the master martial skill he intended to use. Air crackled with tension as stood defiantly against the looming shadow figures. He called out, urging them to face him directly. A surge of energy surrounded a determined man in black as he delivered a powerful punch to an unseen target. He claimed it was his. A sprawling cityscape emerged under a clear sky, blending modernity with decay, hinting at stories yet untold. A contemplative man in black sat in a dim room, reflecting on the transformation of his spiritual energy. He thought his abilities had changed significantly. A determined man in black focused intently on a swirling, glowing object, commanding the energy to condense. Surge of spiritual energy enveloped a determined man in black, igniting a triumphant realization within him. He felt that his spiritual energy's quality had vastly improved. A serene young woman with calm demeanor sat gracefully inside a large balloon, exuding colorful sparkles that danced in the air around her. A tranquil pool reflected the shimmering water, as a thoughtful and introspective character considered the essence of Dong's spiritual energy. A glowing orb of spiritual energy hovered above the confident man in black's hand, illuminating his proud expression. He admired the power, noting its extraordinary quality and toughness. A mystical hand emerged, and a building began to rise, leaving a man in black in complete shock. He reacted in disbelief, questioning what was happening. Man in black lifted a massive building effortlessly, feeling both determined and anxious about his newfound spiritual abilities. He expressed confusion over how he could wield such strength. Moments later, he realized he needed more practice to control his power. He focused intently, hoping to lower the building safely. Man in black channeled energy from his core, feeling an extraordinary connection that ordinary martial artists could never grasp. Man in black confidently displayed his spiritual energy, asserting he could defeat even the strongest martial artists with his newfound strength. Man in black concentrated on his hands, a faint aura shimmering around him as he prepared to strengthen his psychic layer. Man in black felt frustrated as he compared his abilities to martial master zombie, knowing he fell far short. Man in black held a glowing seed, believing it was the foundation of a martial TM's will destined to grow into greatness. Man in black sat alone at a table, examining his phone in deep thought. A sad-looking cat character expressed regret, stating it would arrive soon. Atmosphere buzzed with determination as sat at table, holding his phone and planning his next steps. He reflected on his need for tonics after leaving the train camp. Then he decided it was time to meet with the medicinal hall. A breathless young woman burst through the door, her eyes wide with shock at the unexpected scene. She expressed her astonishment, labeling the person inside as just a student. The calm man inside responded with indifference to her surprise. A confident man in black spoke into his phone, expressing his belief that the upcoming challenge would be easy. A commanding man in black gestured toward a seat in the elegant room. He directed the woman to sit down. A relaxed man in black sat at a table, glancing over the menu with interest. He expressed that he heard the steak was quite good. A curious man in black held a book and asked if lunch could happen while they talked. A cheerful woman smiled as she offered to hang up a coat for someone behind her. A confident man in black placed an order for 40 servings of steak, his commanding presence making the waiter visibly nervous. A confident man in black prepared to eat an astonishing 40 servings of steak, while two women exchanged skeptical glances about his appetite. A worried man in black considered whether he would have to pay for the extravagant meal he ordered. A curious and attentive man in black held the menu, engaged in conversation. He politely declined an offer while urging the server to hurry with the dishes. A confident young woman smirked as she pointed, expressing her playful critique about someone nearby. A pamphlet slid across the surface, revealing details about a confident and poised young woman named T. An informative woman revealed that TM's great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was once just an apprentice in a medicinal shop. The turned figure reflected on his past achievements, recalling how he became a rank 5 alchemist and established the medicinal hall. A tense atmosphere filled the room as it revealed crucial information to the serious-looking character. Reflected on the failures of past management, realizing how rapidly it had declined by his father's generation. A woman with a determined expression confronted someone off-panel, questioning their motives and asserting her frustration about irrelevant information. A cheerful chef approached with a large platter, brimming with 40 servings of steak, ready to delight the hungry. Casually ate, yet delivered a serious message about his mother, revealing she hadn't returned home in 20 years due to family issues. Critique hung in the air, pointing out the seated character's outdated mindset and poor management as reasons for the family business's downfall. Focused intently, conveying the most important reason behind his concerns, as the female character listened with curiosity. Fronted the character with a serious accusation about her family's secret suppression of a medicinal hall. The female character's anger ignited in response to his claim. Delicious aroma filled the air as confidently savored his meal, relishing the tender meat. He stated that the meat's quality was high and provided substantial energy. The young woman expressed her frustration, revealing that her mother had abandoned her and her father years ago without ever returning. Reflected on his family's struggles, noting the decline had begun when his mother left and his father took charge. Rubbed his forehead in frustration while studying the documents before him, the tension palpable in the air. Man in black reflected on the struggles of local businesses, recalling how stores went bust almost daily for months. Man in black listened intently as an unnamed character expressed concern about the failure of their recent project collaboration. A playful smirk crossed his face as he held a piece of food on a fork, mentioned to Missy that he hoped she wouldn't blame him for investigating thoroughly. A confident woman gestured while asserting her intention to verify information and discuss collaboration with. A confident man in black discussed business terms, stating he would manage prescriptions and training while demanding a 90% share of the profits. Tense confrontation unfolded as a confrontational and assertive young woman accused of wanting everything for himself. A playful smile crossed the charming and confident TM's face as he expressed interest in a proposal to someone unseen. A determined woman raised her finger, indicating her offer limit to the audience. A confident man made a bold demand for a 20% increase, asserting that it was essential for his success. Tense atmosphere filled the room as the confident and strategic man outlined the terms of their collaboration. He explained that 10% ensured their partnership, while another 10% was a personal bonus. The concerned yet engaged woman questioned what he meant by annoying things. He revealed that the family had bullied the He family for years. A challenging atmosphere thickened as stared intently, posing a question to an unseen opponent. A defiant man extended his hand forward, signaling his challenge to the unseen opponent. A surprised woman held a glowing magical orb, urging Miss He to understand its significance. A confident female character revealed her spiritual abilities, explaining her rank and martial arts talent to surprised, who listened intently. A contemplative female character held a glass filled with glowing pink liquid, reflecting deeply on the weight of her credentials. A Confident man in black critiqued Missy for assuming he didn't research the medicinal prescription himself. Missy questioned if he meant the person behind him. Merked, revealing his cleverness about the mysterious power he shared with the person behind him. Tense atmosphere hung in the air as confidently gestured, while questioning Missy about the profitability of their deal. Determined woman in a blue dress held an object, contemplating the inevitability of facing the family. Calculating woman held a drink, contemplating the looming threat from the family and the cunning scheme involving his medicinal prescription. Calculating woman expressed admiration for his talent, declaring their deal and offering him 90% of the profits. Confident man in black presented a USB drive, claiming it contained the medicinal prescription for a muscle and blood-strengthening decoction. Warm glow filled the elegant room as a confident man in black listened intently to the hopeful woman beside him. She asked if he could honor all his promises. He reassured her that given enough time, he would grow. Confident man in black gestured assertively while making requests about registering a patent and borrowing an alchemical lab. Pleasant atmosphere enveloped the room as a confident and professional man spoke to an unseen character. Contemplative woman sighed deeply, reflecting on her surprising encounter with Sheng, who seemed far more significant than an ordinary student. Contemplative woman thought about how the man had changed from calling her Missy to simply you. Cheerful server approached a seated customer with a bill in hand. The server politely asked the customer to settle the bill. The calm and amused customer smiled back at the server. Frustrated woman gazed at a pile of unpaid food, demanding to know why the one who ate TMT paid. Cheerful saleswoman presented a large receipt, explaining the total while the overwhelmed customer stared in disbelief at the lengthy bill. Frustrated woman pointed angrily at a stack of items, questioning why there were 90 when only 4 portions were served. Cheerful server handed a long receipt to a surprised customer, who stood there, overwhelmed by the staggering total. Distressed woman called out for while clutching a credit card, her anxiety palpable in the tense atmosphere.